Hello, this is Amber, and this is my EN 290 Visual and Performing Arts for the Elementary Classroom Teacher presentation. So, throughout this course, it was divided into three different modules: theater, visual arts, and music. Throughout each module, we were tasked with creating a lesson based on a common core standard: science, math, or social studies, English, so on, and integrating arts into that subject. So for mine, I picked science, all based on photosynthesis. So I included a variety of activities within my lessons that I created that are integrative to the arts. So for my overview of lessons and the order of the presentation, students will start with their theater lesson and move to their music. So through theater, students will identify the structures of a plant and illustrate the process of photosynthesis through movement. So students will take on the characterization of different elements of photosynthesis and also be using verbal and nonverbal cues. For visual arts, students will do a review of photosynthesis with a focus on plant pigments through leaf rubbings. So students will learn more about chlorophyll, especially, and how we can extract chlorophyll from healthy green leaves or baby spinach. As for music, students will take what they learned in theater and visual arts and demonstrate that through a song by using photosynthesis as their inspiration. All right, so here are my Common Core standards. So obviously my lessons are based off of photosynthesis along with how the sun produces life and how it contributes to survival of life on Earth. So moving on, my core art standards, we have theater and visual arts on this slide. So in theater, students will be role playing and characterizing as they will be role playing the process of photosynthesis and taking on the characterization of different elements. Students will also be able to take or describe the unique characterizations of the element that they were assigned and describe it to their peers. So for visual arts, there will be a develop of the concept of proper use of art materials through a paintbrush. So students will be given healthy green leaves along with baby spinach, which they'll crumble into a pinch and use as a paintbrush. It also helps with fine motor skills. And then they'll be able to work with their partners to see what leaves worked best and what leaves didn't. As for music, students will develop their songs and share them with their peers and with their teacher, which will help offer constructive criticism about it. And it will just be a nice demonstration to show and build confidence within students' singing abilities. So for theater, my theater integration, I just wanted to post some benefits. So students have the opportunity to reflect on the behaviors, situations, and personalities within a specific concept, and it promotes a deeper understanding with creativity and problem solving. So with you wouldn't think that photosynthesis could be acted out or role played. So it causes students to dig deep in how they want water to be represented, how they want the roots to be spread, of who wants to be the sun. So it takes a little creativity and problem solving to figure out how that's all going to work within a small group. As for the lesson, it is a review of photosynthesis. Students will be assigned to two groups, a verbal and nonverbal group, which will eventually switch. Students will each be assigned a part or an element of photosynthesis that they have to demonstrate together with their group. My challenge with the nonverbal group is that they have to communicate through facial expressions and movements to get their ideas across. So as for an exit ticket, students will write a definition and draw a picture of that respective definition. Um, and a vocabulary list will be posted on the board that they're able to choose from, and then this will just be turned into the teacher for a formative assessment. I also posted a picture of what it would look like above, although this is not exactly aligned to my activity. It kind of demonstrates the parts. So you can see that some students are hydrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide. There's a student that's the sun. So it gets the idea across that photosynthesis can be acted out in a large or a small group, especially with the assigned elements. All right. As for visual arts, it is a development of motor skills, decision making, and social skills. So within this lesson, students will have to work together and communicate about what leaves worked and what leaves didn't. And then for the paintbrush, students will take a pinch of leaves, kind of make a ball, and then use that as their paintbrush, and that will be help reinforcing fine motor skills. So for this lesson, it is a focus on chlorophyll and its pigmentation. Students will grab a small healthy green leaf pile along with some baby spinach and compare what leaves worked well, what leaves didn't, and what ones produced the most chlorophyll pigment that they got on their paper. So there's an emphasis on using the crushed balls as paintbrushes. So like I have the picture above, they will do a leaf rubbing where they will take the leaves, roll them into a ball or pinch them with their fingers, and then press them onto the paper to extract that chlorophyll. So for assessment, students will draw a picture, create a graph, or write a story or paragraph comparing the quality of leaves and their features. This will help the teacher understand where the student is at in relation to their understanding of chlorophyll's pigmentation and how it relates to the process of photosynthesis. All right, so for this one, I actually included a demonstration of the project. So if you are interested in watching it, please click on the link. Otherwise, I will move on to my music module. So for music, music integration is so important to the classroom. It activates memory in recognizing rhythms, melodies, and lyrics, helps with emotional development, and it encourages students to participate in their own learning. In regards to memory, I think it's with the reinforcement of creating a song about photosynthesis and using specific vocabulary, my hope is that students will be able to remember the lyrics, and it will come easier and easier over time for them to remember what they learned and how they learned it, and that was through songs. So for the lesson, students will start by observing healthy and non-healthy plants through observation around the classroom. There will be a review of what's needed for a plant's survival, and then they will use specific vocabulary and specific elements within their song to demonstrate the process of photosynthesis. So that will be posted on the board, of course, the vocabulary, and students will be given a practice song along with a song that I will demonstrate. So for assessment, it will be a peer assessment. So students, once they have written their songs or that they have started their songs, they will share what they have with their classmates, and hopefully there will be constructive criticism where students who want to change a melody can ask for advice, or if students who got or made a mistake within an element of photosynthesis, such as, you know, not including the roots or missing the water, students will be able to remind each other of that. All right, as for resources, I have them all posted here from the grade level contact expectations, the Next Generation Science Standards, the NGSS, and the Michigan Merit Curriculum for Visual Arts, Music, Dance, and Theater. So that is my presentation. I hope that you enjoyed, and I am looking forward to watching everybody else's as well. Thank you.